It's time for our SoCal Spotlight, and whether you're hiking, visiting museums, or attending a performance, you can find all those options and more in Simi Valley.
Yes, you can. KCAL News reporter Amanda Starantino is live there now. And Amanda, you're tapping into your sweet tooth this morning in your hometown.
Yes, I mean, look at all these choices of candy you have here at Dr. Cockies in Simi Valley. So I told you I grew up in Simi Valley. We always came into Dr. Cockies to get our candy and some sweet treats as well. I mean, just look at this array of candy you have here. You have nostalgic candy as well. So many options, not just for the kiddos, but, you know, for the big kids, too, that like to munch on some candy as well. I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Cockies owners. We have Kathy and Ted Mackel. These are actually longtime friends of mine, so this has been a lovely thing this morning to be back with everybody back in my hometown. So, Dr. Cockies, such a staple because you have so many special pieces here.
Yes. Where do we start? Where this
all
is
different candies.
Yes, candies. We're known for. We have over 40 flavors of coffees, and then we're known for our cold brews. They have no sugar. That's a bonus.
Absolutely.
We have all of our coming over here. We have fudge.
Yeah, we've been making fudge for years.
Yeah, this is Ted, but also known as Dr. Cocky now because he makes this fudge himself. What is the secret trick to making good fudge?
They love peanut butter. We don't know why you put peanut butter in everything, and they ask for that. They ask for caramel, dark chocolate. We make a lot of different flavors, and I think that's the trick, is giving them more than just one choice.
So many options, and I just love the charm that's within this store as well, and you just feel this great family atmosphere. When we walked in early this morning, the line was already out the door, people waiting to get their morning coffees. I mean, you can see just how many options there are, and then when we're just talking about all those coffee flavors, you know, you see there's a coffee cake flavor, there's birthday cake coffee. How do you do that?
Oh, it comes
Special
seasoned oils, right?
I love it. Vanilla nut, all the flavors.
Yes.
Snickerdoodle coffee. That sounds
seasonal coffees. We're known for our Christmas blend. We actually make that ourselves in our winter blend, and that's a 6-week period up until Christmas.
okay. And my photographer, who's never been here before, had a cup of coffee this morning, and he was just telling me how good it was outside. So definitely something to try. Okay, but what I always loved about coming to Dr. Cockies was getting a drink here. So let's go check out what you guys made. You made a few of them up here for people to have some fun options. So what did you have made here?
So here we have your standard. This is your latte. These are just your hot drinks. This is our cold brew. Comes in small, medium, and large. This would be your smoothie. And this is your cappuccino malt. This is your
my
family
favorite. This is what I always had as a kid and getting in line here. So the cappuccino malt, if you come to Dr. Cockies in Simi Valley, have to check this out. I cannot wait to just drink this entire thing, which will probably happen. So cheers to, you know, being a staple here for so long. I know it's so fun being here. And before we go, I want you to take a look around here. It's not just coffee. You have all these fun things, too. Who doesn't like to do some shopping and get all these little knickknacks, teacher gifts? This is what my mom always got for my teachers. And lots of options to fill your home with. Fun little knickknacks and gifts to give for friends, teachers, family, whatever your heart desires. So definitely a lot to be celebrated here at Dr. Cockies. That has been here now for 40 years, just celebrated 4 decades here in Simi Valley. So congratulations to you guys, and cheers.
Thank you.
Good morning, guys.
Amanda, this is so great. I love your enthusiasm. I love that you're from this area.
She has taken us back to her childhood with that sip. But you had me at malt, Amanda. We got to come join you.
Can you also pick up some Orange Crush and Dots while you're there?
Yeah, we have orders. We need plates.
Did you guys see all those sodas here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. All right, Amanda.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll be bringing back lots of goodies today.
Sounds good.
It's
A little background music there.
I know. It's the city, by the way, best known for the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, which pays tribute to our 40th president.
That's right. And KCAL News reporter Amanda Starantino is live there now with a look at this important piece of history. What do you got now, Amanda?
A huge piece of history, but I need to backtrack really quick and make a correction. At the pub that we were just at, yes, you can in fact have beer and wine. So Jamie, it's a date. So
Great.
we have that
She's
set up.
in now.
So there you go. All right, I'm going to move on now. All right, we are on Air Force One. You can actually walk through here when you visit the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. I started back here where the media gets to hang out at the very back of the plane, but very cool to see where our fellow journalists that came before us were. This is where security would be, and this is where all the guests would sit if the president did have any guests. You could obviously tell it's very tight in here. That's why we're kind of squishing to get around. And this is where all the staff would sit as well. So you really get that first-hand, close-up experience of what the president experienced and everyone who got to come on the plane with him. All right, this is Melissa. She is with the library, and you're going to tell us a little bit about what we're looking at now.
Yeah, so now we're in the boardroom. This is Air Force One, tail number 27,000. It served 7 U.S. presidents, flew 1 million miles, and we're fortunate enough to have it on display at the Reagan Library.
And there's a little bit more to see over here, too. This is where Nancy Reagan will be, right?
That's right. This is Mrs. Reagan's stateroom, and then the, I think, highlight of the whole thing on the plane would be President Reagan's stateroom. It's the only seat in the entire plane that has a presidential seal on the belt buckle.
Incredible. So we're going to have you guys take a look at that. We're going to head off the plane while you still take a look at all this stuff because there's so much to see here at the Presidential Library here in Simi Valley. We'll just wait right here. So you have different things about the president in the library. What else can people see?
The highlights, in addition to Air Force One, of course, we have a full-scale replica of the White House Oval Office, decorated as during the Reagan presidency, a real piece of the Berlin Wall, and just the life and times of President Reagan from boyhood through post-presidency.
And you can see some of that video here that we took earlier of some of the things that you can see. And it's a really first-hand look at what their life was like, and you can experience it yourself too, because you can even talk on the teleprompter.
That's right. There's a lot of interactives. You can be the President of the United States giving his inaugural address behind a podium, actually using a teleprompter, using green screen. You can act in a movie with Ronald Reagan. A lot of just hands-on experiences within the exhibits.
Really great. And before we go, there's also a fun one too, a Star Wars exhibit that's here for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, through September 8th, an exhibition that ties Ronald Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative alongside the Star Wars movies franchise with original objects and artifacts from the movies.
Incredible. So much to see here. And before we go, take a look out here. A wonderful view of the fog, but it's actually acres and acres of just the most incredible hillsides and views that you can only see here from the Ronald Reagan Library in Simi Valley. So much history here. I also did my Girl Scout Thinking Day here, so I have some history here as well. A lot of things to learn. Definitely check it out if you come to Simi Valley. Back to you guys.
I love the personal connection. It's making the SoCal Spotlight that much richer to me. So thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it.
A little personal tour this morning.
Time right now, 8.
Story number 9 is our SoCal Spotlight. And this morning, we're taking you on a journey to the past in Simi Valley. KCAL News reporter Amanda Starantino is live at the Strathern Park, where you're invited to come be a part of history. And Amanda, Simi Valley is also part of your history.
Yes, this is my hometown. I have so many memories coming here to this park as a kid because this really holds a big piece of Simi Valley's history. This is the Strathern home, and it's actually in its original place that it was at where the Strathern family originally lived here. Now, Strathern Park dates all the way back to the 1900s, but even before that, it goes back to having a Chumash village, which is so incredible to learn about because that's just how far back Simi Valley's history goes. It was actually called Simiopolis, right?
Simiopolis, that's correct.
Simiopolis. See, I learned a new thing too today. So this is David Howe. He's the museum director here and holds so much information about Strathern Park. Give us a little bit about it.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you're doing this because we've been here for about 50 years and still there's so many people that come in and say, well, I've lived here for 20 years and I never knew this place existed. We have 6.5 acres here, and we have so many old buildings from the old town of Simiopolis. We have an adobe here dating back to about 1810, built by the Spaniards. We also have a couple of houses we call the colony houses, which were actually built in Chicago and then shipped here. There was 12 of them, and we have 2. And we give tours through those every weekend.
And we have some tours happening here. Also, if you just look around here, there's a whole park that is open for people to just enjoy, right?
That's right. That's right. From 9 till 3, any day of the week, people can come in and just use this as a normal park. And then on the weekends, enjoy the tours.
Okay, so I told you guys already a little bit about the St. Rose of Lima Church, which still is in Simi Valley down the street on Royal as a much bigger church now. But it's really cool to see the original history of it. The Strathern house that we're just in, the family actually lived there for a little bit.
That's right. They actually lived there from the late 1800s and clear up until 1968 is the last time that the family lived in it.
A lot of people don't even know what you were saying, that Strathern Park is here and holds this much history. Not a lot of towns have something like this to explore. What makes Strathern Historical Park so special in that way?
Well, what really makes it special is the fact that we have such a collection of historic buildings. The second thing that really makes it fun is the opportunity where people can go in and actually walk through, see all the furnishings, and just, you know, how beautiful the buildings are.
I remember coming here with my mom, and we even there was like a spooky Halloween event that that we were able to go to so many different interactive events for the entire family.
That's right. We have lots and lots of events all year long. The next one coming up is the steampunk event, actually. But people can go to simihistory.com and actually get more information about the park, information about the history of Simi, and upcoming events.
Yeah, because that's actually what it was supposed to be called, is Simi, which sounds so strange for me to say, always saying Simi Valley.
It does. People are used to calling it Simi, but it is actually Simi, like Marie.
Okay, Simi. So lots of history to explore right here in Simi Valley, and just a really great way to do that with your whole family. You can bring the kids here to Strathern Historical Park and just learn a lot more about what this city has to offer. Back to you guys.
Amanda, I guess we're all going to have to start practicing saying Simi. So thank you for sharing that.
Simi.
We got it. All right. Thanks, Amanda.